Welcome to Design Santa Barbara. I am Michael Kurosh, and this week we are in Santa Barbara Design Center. You know, Santa Barbara has one of the top community colleges in America. SBCC is truly a center for learning and for those interested in becoming interior designers. Professor Laura Welby is an incredible resource. For the past 5 seasons, Professor Welby has brought her finest students to Santa Barbara Design Center to showcase their skills, utilizing our wide variety of products. This week, we are going to take a look at some of our favorite student showcases. Please join us. Next up in our designer showcase, we have Miss Linda Selvage, and she's gonna do a little bit more ethnic look.
Actually, I'm going to call it Old World Rustic meets modern.
Oh, that's wonderful. So where do we start?
We're going to start with the rug, I think. I fell in love with this rug. It has a tribal influence.
It actually is a tribal rug.
Yeah,
It is a Bakhtiari, comes
yes.
from southwest Iran, and this was made for the entrance of somebody important. It's long and narrow. They call it gallery rug because it used to be in the galleries.
Very interesting.
Beautiful.
And I fell in love with it, and I needed to work around this rug. And luckily, the backdrop here was perfect. And the chandelier, lovely, and it's perfect for this. Yes.
So next up we have...
Next we have a sofa, and I love, love, love this sofa. It has a great texture. The undertones of the color in it work really well with the rug.
So now we have the sofa in place.
We have the sofa.
We have the console, I guess, right?
The console, yes, and I wanted something really organic and rustic. And when I found this, I was very excited. So we're going to bring this piece right
this piece
over
actually
here.
was made in California. It's made of old wood.
Okay, so next we have this awesome Vasily chair. And this is where we're bringing in a little bit modern, kind of shake things up a little bit, make it more fun.
It's a mid-century modern.
It is, and I just have always loved this chair. It doesn't need a pillow or anything. It stands on its own. It's very important. The next thing we're going to bring in is the coffee table, and I thought this was perfect because it complements the Vasily chair. It doesn't, no pun intended, it doesn't outshine anything else, but it brings in a softer, a little more feminine oval shape to the room. Really grounds it too. You can still see the rug.
It's a very interesting thing. You picked something that looks like 200 years old with something that looks very, very modern.
Yeah.
And still they look very good together.
Yeah, just we're going for a little edgy look, I guess.
All right,
Thank
wonderful.
you.
Okay, next we have a map.
Piece of art. This is, an old world map. I believe it looks like Italy, yes.
And then we have a modern lamp.
Next, this modern lamp is going to go right over here on the side of the sofa. Just back a little bit, that's perfect. We needed some light in this area, and I looked and looked, and when I found these lamps, I was so excited. I think they're the perfect complement to this piece.
And these are actually also Californians. We support local artisans, and they make it in California out of driftwood, yes.
Really, I love them. They bring in that rustic, kind of organic feel to it. And we have a table lamp that complements it. To bring up a little bit of the height, so it's a little more balanced, we're going to set it on a couple of books. So we have old books here.
Well, that's wonderful. I learned something today.
The next item, we just wanted something a little translucent, interesting. We have these beautiful glass jugs. They have a little bit of a blue hue with some twigs and bring in a little bit of rustic. The next item we have is we found a little black table. I love this. It brings in a rounder shape. We've got a lot of rectangles going on. It's a little softer.
And your twig goes there again.
The twigs follows with the lamps and the twigs here.
All right.
And then we have some accessories. We're going to bring in a little bit of shine to bring some of the shine from the table over to our small table.
Excellent.
We wanted to bring out there's some beautiful colors in the rug that aren't quite as noticeable. So we wanted to reflect some of the colors and bring them up here. And also bring some of the metal, a little bit of the shine, so mixing that rustic with the more modern look. We're going to set those on the table.
Beautiful.
A little bit of coral just to lighten it up a bit. And then a nice, airy succulent.
It looks like somebody has lived in here for many, many years.
I want to move in. I love it. The next piece is going to go right in the middle of the coffee table, and we have another succulent, and it sits on a colorful book. You kind of see it, but it just grounds the whole piece. And just a couple of fun pieces. We're going to follow through with the the ivory tone and, you know, kind of pop it out of the floor a little bit and bring a few more accessories.
We should mention these are fake corals, they're not real.
They look real.
I know, but we don't sell real ones. This is
yeah.
not
That
environmentally friendly, so
yes,
we sell
yes,
fake
yeah.
ones. And then you had some pillows, I suppose?
Yes, they're a little toned down. We don't want anything else competing with the rug. And then one fun pillow.
Which one that would be?
So happy. Fatima, yes, we found this that has the little mirrored.
The little mirrors. Yeah, those are wonderful. Yeah, they are.
It's perfect. It brings the shine from this and all the metal from the Wasili.
And you see the blue one you picked from the little vase.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
And then we have one more accessory. We've got this awesome horse.
That horse, actually, I don't know where you found it. That thing is 17th century and belongs to my collection. I saw this guy's handling. I go, whoa, where did they find that?
Really?
I put it away usually. Yes, that is a real treasure.
I was so excited. There's so many wonderful things here. It was really challenging to pick, but you know, I had so much fun.
Well, that's wonderful.
Anything you want. We could easily change the look in this room.
It looks beautiful. You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
And let's see what Laura has to say about this
Okay.
now. So Laura, what do you think about Linda's vignette?
Well, I would say that this is probably the most eclectic room that we have seen today, and yet it works very well because of certain things. It is rustic and it is organic, but everything works together.
Very well.
This is what a lot of people don't understand, is that you can get a lot of disparate things that work together if you follow some of the rules of interior design, and she definitely has done that.
Stay tuned. There is more Design Santa Barbara after the break. Today I want to talk to you about chairs. Chairs come in many different styles and shapes and classical, modern, or transitional look. This particular one is called Sarah, and it is a stationary chair, is a modern look. This particular one is a recliner and is leather and is a very classical look. This one is Barrack and is a swivel glider. Swivel gliders are my favorite chairs and they're addictive. And it is in a transitional look. It is not modern, it is not classical, it is in between, a marriage between them all. And my favorite one is a Santa Barbara chair. We make these out of washable linen, and we make it with blend down inside of it, which is down and angel hair. Most comfortable, and is a swivel. If you want to see any of these chairs in person, please come to Santa Barbara Design Center at 410 Olive. In this edition of Michael's Minutes, let's talk about sofas, be it classical, transitional, or modern. The style you choose should be based on your personal preference. Once you have a style, selecting the right size and shape for your space is critical. We offer love seats, sofas, sectionals, and sectionals with a return. The next step is selecting the right fabric for your lifestyle. You can choose from casual to durable, even washable. Last but not least comes the comfort of your sofa. We carry many materials like high density foam that you can cover in polyester, down, or premium angel hair for maximum comfort and support. I invite you to come to Santa Barbara Design Center at 410 Olive Street and select your dream sofa. Welcome back to Design Santa Barbara. This week we are looking back at our favorite SBCC student showcases. Now let's take a look at another fantastic creation from Professor Laura Wilby's interior design class. So, Jessica, You already see you started and you picked the sofa and the rug. Please explain to our viewers why.
Well, I chose this area rug because of kind of the silver gray metallic texture and color of it to blend very nicely with all the elements that I've chosen.
Essentially, very beautiful. And the sofa here.
Well, I fell in love with the sofa and I really built a lot of the elements of the room off of this sofa. It really gives a chic, glam vibe.
Absolutely elegant, you're right. Has a lot of nice details and very well made. So, next, what do we bring in?
We're bringing in the console table.
That again is a nice console table. You picked it, the details in the top, very nice. And the colors match your wall.
I loved the size of the console table because we're going to be bringing in the piece that sits on top. That really is the statement piece. So we needed a very large console table.
It looks good. So next we have,
A plant.
all right, plant comes in.
I recommend always having plants in any room, especially the living room.
Next we have this amazing Spanish colonial mirror you picked.
This was the focal point, and really I built the room off of this as well. It gives kind of a chic, glam feel to it, and really is just absolutely gorgeous. And next we have this absolutely gorgeous Buddha that really balances the mirror. I really loved the texture and the wood element.
If you look at these things, they are completely different items you picked, but they harmonize very well.
Thank you. And next we have some color. I like to go for more a monochromatic palette, but a little light blue is going to bring out the pillows that will be added to the couch, and it also goes nicely with the rugs. And the shine of those ginger jars just really give it a nice balance with the wood and the mirror.
Beautiful.
So now that we've placed the Buddha and the ginger jars on the console table, I would like to just adjust them a little bit and have this more to balance the other side of the Buddha, and then have the Buddha facing more towards the living room so that you can really get a nice view. I love these side tables, and the crane bird element is a theme in the living room, and the gold accent around the top of here really goes nicely with the mirror, and it fills in this space. So the glam chic side tables are really perfect for this space, and they balance the big lamps that I'm going to be using. I believe that any side tables with lamps really need to be a substantial size, so the lamps really have the right proportion.
And these are beautiful lamps you picked. Very, very, very classy.
So now I would like to talk about these paintings that I have chosen, and they're featured on each side of the table, and in a living room they would be on a wall, and they again mimic the bird theme, which matches the beautiful side tables under the console.
And those are actually my favorite paintings. Those are from Autobahn.
So next we're going to have the coffee table, and I wanted to choose something that really didn't take away from the gold mirror, because again that is the focal point. And now we're going to do the accessories for the coffee table. I like to keep it simple, so what I've chosen is this beautiful round tray that has a lot of detail and texture, and again the repetition of the circle matches the focal point of the room. And on top of that tray is a gorgeous vase. And next we have the throw pillows for this gorgeous couch, and here is my classmate Leah, who is assisting in setting this up.
Thank you, Miss Leo.
Thank you. And next we have the accessories for the side tables. Again, I wanted to bring in the gold to mimic the mirror, and that beautiful jar has the gold and white. And next we have another accessory that is the same peacock but in a smaller version. And next we're bringing a winged back chair that really adds traditional elements to the room and is a beautiful color that goes nicely with the area rug and the other elements in the room.
And the nail head ties in with your all metal colors here too. That's
Yes.
wonderful.
And now we're bringing in this gorgeous side table, and it has the bamboo detail to kind of bring in the Japanese influence. And we have again another wingback chair, and I really like symmetry. So I like the symmetry of the lamps and the symmetry of the chairs. Really goes nicely. And on top of this side table here, we have a gorgeous white oak orchid.
Beautiful. And you have these two Unusual pillows.
Yes, I loved these pillows because they were really just screamed glam, chic, and they really are nice with the couch, and it balances, it brings that white into the wingback chairs.
It's beautiful. So lastly, we should talk about the chandelier you picked too.
Yes, the chandelier just goes perfectly with the style. I did not want it to blingy because I didn't want it to take away from, again, the focal point of this gorgeous gold mirror.
Jessica, thank you very much. You did a wonderful job. It looks very cohesive and warm, and it looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, and thank you for the opportunity. This has just been so much fun, and I really appreciate it.
So Laura, I see your student did a wonderful job.
Yes,
and
they did.
What do you have to say about Jessica's set?
In interior design, we have several ways to analyze successful design. We have the elements of design and the principles of design. And one of the elements of design is light. And one of the things that I love about this room, because of the reflective materials, you have a lot of light in here. Yes,
Very nice job.
Yeah.
Coming up next on Design Santa Barbara.
Welcome to Rugs & More. We provide the West Coast with the most comprehensive collection of new, oriental, and antique rugs. Rugs are solid art investments and often become cherished family treasures. Our limitless inventory will warm up your home. Exotic or traditional, tribal or modern, our rugs weave stories through intricate patterns, compelling colors, and touchable materials. #1 in Santa Barbara for over 20 years. Visit us today at Rugs & More, 410 Olive Street in Santa Barbara.
Today I want to talk to you about chairs. Chairs come in many different styles and shapes and classical, modern, or transitional look. This particular one is called Sarah, and it is a stationary chair, is a modern look. This particular one is a recliner and is leather and is a very classical look. This one is Barrack and is a swivel glider. Swivel gliders are my favorite chairs and they're addictive. And it is in a transitional look. It is not modern, it is not classical, it is in between, a marriage between them all. And my favorite one is a Santa Barbara chair. We make these out of washable linen, and we make it with blend down inside of it, which is down and angel hair, most comfortable, and is a swivel. If you want to see any of these chairs in person, please come to Santa Barbara Design Center at 410 Olive. This week on Design Santa Barbara, we are looking back at our top SBCC showcase vignettes. It's a wonderful thing seeing the next generation of interior designers learn their craft, and I'm always excited to share the resources of Santa Barbara Design Center with them. Let's look at another fabulous student creation. All right, Johnny, very welcome to our showcase today.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure having you. Where do we start?
We're going to start with this rug. This is from the Biltmore collection, and I chose it because of its classical motifs and its contemporary palette are helping me to achieve the fusion that I'm going for in this room.
I'm already liking you. This rug is beautiful.
It is.
One of my favorites. Good job.
Thank you.
All right, next we have...
This is the Bella White sofa, and it's from the Chester collection. It's glamorous, it's low profile, and I chose it to be the crown jewel of my space.
All right, Johnny, what is next?
Next, Carolyn is going to bring in Joan.
All right, here we go. And Miss Carolyn is one of the students in the
She
City
is,
College.
and she's graciously donated her time to help us. Thank you so much, Carolyn. We appreciate
Thank you.
good talent on the set. So Joan, the dog, as in Joan Crawford, she's the grand dame of the castle.
All right.
And she guards over the candlesticks and the snakeskin pattern jar that Carolyn will be bringing.
All right.
Next, we have a beautiful antique end table
All right.
that features oil painting vignettes and provides a strong classic statement to the space.
I love that piece. It's from Barcelona, actually, and it's hand-painted. Very
Gorgeous, and it's going so well with the contemporary items.
cool. I'm starting to like your space. Maybe I'll move in here.
Hey, there you go. I'll charge you rent.
All right, sounds good. Next, we had a beautiful coffee table.
I picked this coffee table because it's elegant and it helps tie together the contemporary and the classic elements in the room, and it helps me achieve the fusion that I'm going for. I also chose it because it's round and it helps break up the monotony of the square pieces in the room, which you'll soon see. So while Carolyn brings in some of the other pieces, let me tell you about this mirror.
Yes.
I chose this mirror because it opens up the space, adds an interesting texture, and grounds the room.
And makes the room look much bigger. I like when
It
people-
does. It's always good to put mirrors in spaces that are so large to help them seem larger, and it's performing other critical functions as well.
It's beautiful, and you can check yourself always in it. So.
Yeah, always.
And you picked these beautiful chairs.
I did. I picked these club chairs because they beautifully complement the sofa. And I love the nail head tufted design. You'll see that pattern repeated out through the space.
I love the pillows you picked out there. They're very out of the box and very contemporary.
Thank you.
Nice.
Thank you. I chose this accent table to break up the monotony of the chairs. So it's one of those classic situations. You get a cat to
get
kill
it
the bird,
round.
then you get a dog to kill the cat, and then now until everything works. But I happen to like dogs, so I'm keeping the dogs, as you can tell.
All right, it's Miss Crawford, you said, right?
I miss Crawford.
That's it.
But I digress. I got this table to break up the monotony of the square pieces and to help tie the room together.
Beautiful. Got a bust.
Here, what we're doing is we're creating a vignette to include more of the client's art collection. So we have the classic torso that's draped with a rare Cézanne throw, and he's next to a modern art sculpture known as Marathon Man, and this large-scale vase and a flower arrangement. None of them make sense by themselves, but put together,
They look wonderful.
they do, and they're grouped by this black leather screen, which helps tie them together.
Maybe you should also talk about your painting.
Oh, thank you. I created these paintings myself, actually, and I did that to unify the space and to reflect the client's love of dogs. Well, Michael, now that you've seen the key pieces of the space, we're ready to accessorize and tie it together. So let's start layering.
Beautiful. Let's do. All right, Johnny, that looks beautiful.
Thanks. We're finishing up our accessorizing right here. We're done.
Nice, very beautiful. So maybe you can explain a little bit to viewers what you did here.
Well, what I'm going for is a classical contemporary fusion in this edgy lounge. All the accessories you see, the lampshades and the lamps and everything, were carefully chosen to speak on their own, then layered in to support the space as a whole.
It's wonderful. I like the whole layout you did. I like the different elements, and it looks absolutely stunning.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So next we have Robert. Let's go see his vignette.
Okay.
Today on Design Santa Barbara, we have Professor Laura Welby, the Professor of Interior Design from Santa Barbara City College. Your students are getting more fun, more educated, and they're putting a lot of beautiful rooms more time after time. What do you think about Johnny's vignette?
Well, I think Johnny's vignette epitomizes the Hollywood glam and glitz. And one of the reasons that this has been such a successful room is the layering of many, many different accessories. And I love that this is just so much fun. It really evokes a feeling.
All right, so maybe go from here to Robert's space and
Sure.
see what he has done.
Great.
Laura, we know you're a design professor, and I'm interested to know what is one of the first things you teach to the design students?
One of the things that I teach in the very first class is the design process. And our viewers may not know, but interior designers as well as architects are taught a specific design process that they all use, especially ones that have gotten a college degree in interior design. And there's 5 steps to it. And the first one, after of course getting the contract signed, is learning about the client, and they interview the client and they put together what's called a program, and that is the list of the client's needs and wants. They then put together a design concept, which is the feeling that they're going to build into the room or whatever. Then you start doing the schematic drawings, and that's, you know, really hand sketched drawings, many of them, until the client has selected maybe a part of this one and a part of this one and put together the final plan.
That's wonderful. Well, I'm pretty sure the viewers take away quite a lot of information out of this show, and as you said, they can come to the City College and sign up for your classes, and you're very gracious that you do this for all the students and share it with our viewers. As always,
it's a great experience for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And thank you, Michael, for welcoming my students to the Design Center. This is a great asset to our community and to our students. And again, thank you for the opportunity for doing this show.
No, you're very welcome. It's all my pleasure. Thank you very much. And I'm pretty sure that viewers took quite a lot off of the professor's comments, and looking forward to see you in the next 411.